Good evening, everybody. 大家好，阿弥陀佛. My name is Heng Sure, and I'm going to be your host for our lecture tonight on the Ten Transferences chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. Welcome to our Sutra lecture. 大家欢迎参加我们的大方广佛华严经十回向品的讲座。我叫恒实。今天我当法主我们跟大家一起学习研究这个华严经的这个第六回向。We're going to be looking into the sixth transference out of the 10 transferences tonight. So please join us, and we're going to ask Monica to be our Dharma requester. First, we're going to bow to the Buddha 3 times, and then we'll ask Monica to request Dharma. 我们先礼佛3拜，然后我们请 Monica 来给大家请法。好了 ，OK 那温馨声，大家在座位上就三温心礼。Okay, when you hear the bell, we're gonna invite everybody to make 3 half bows from your seat. Here we go. Okay, Monica, if you would like to request Dharma, please do it now.
阿弥陀佛，
阿弥陀佛，
恭请大德圣听，为此法会及一切众生，请转妙法轮，教导我们如何
了生脱死，
投资离苦得乐，速增无生。Well, the Sangha with great virtue, out of compassion, for the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach us how to leave suffering and attain bliss, to end birth and death, and quickly realize non-birth.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Namo sadanto suchedoye alahudi samyao sanputoshe.
Namo sadanto suchetoye alahoti samyao sanputoshe.
无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。Supreme and wondrous Dharma, subtle and profound, rarely is encountered, even in billions of eons. But now we see and hear it and accept it reverently. May we truly understand the Buddha's actual meaning. All righty. Thank you very much, Monica, for the Dharma request. Now, let us continue. We will invite the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the Avatamsaka Assembly and the Dharma protectors to draw near and to bless us. 我们现在迎请华严海会佛菩萨一切就是天龙八部护法三圣来拥护道场，来。 Alrighty. One more thing we have to do. We want to acknowledge country and say that the Chochenyo Ohlone people practice their spiritual connections to the earth and to all creation here on their ancestral land for tens of thousands of years. Today we acknowledge them as traditional custodians and the original storytellers of these lands. We offer our respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and to all First Nations people whose sovereignty was never ceded. Okay, 我们尊敬这个原住民啊。All right， 欢迎各位啊，大家新年快乐啊 ！Happy New Year to everybody 啊！这个兔年大吉啊 ，The Year of the Rabbit。Okay, we hope everyone is experiencing a very happy New Year's at the beginning of the Year of the Rabbit. This is the Lunar New Year, and today is actually, if you're in China now, this is the second day already. Here in Northern California, it's the first day of the new year. So we had, today here in Berkeley, we had maybe 150 people come to bow, to light incense, and to ring our big bell. Oh, we were able to let everybody hear. You know what that is? It's, let me get it for you. Hold on. We have a really nice 大钟 in Berkeley. And when you ring it, when you wake up in the morning, if you live in the monastery, you hear this morning bell. And somebody has the job of ringing it. And what they say when they ring it is, I vow that the bell's sound will carry throughout the Dharma realm, so that those in the iron rings, murky darkness, will hear it. And hearing it will cause their defilements to become purified, and that they will attain perfect understanding. May all beings realize the right enlightenment. 就是说，那个在道场里边，你早上起身的时候，有人朝那个大众怎么说呢？愿似众生朝法界，铁为幽暗悉皆闻，闻澄清净正圆通，一切众生成正觉。And okay, that's the person who hits the bell. 有这个愿力，他们在朝钟的时候，鸣钟的时候，可是听那个钟的人，他们另外观想怎么说呢？今天大家就说到庙上来供香上香就礼佛，他们闻到那个清声就不同。So that's the what I just read to you was what the reciter, the person who hits the bell says. The person who hears the bell, this is what we recited today, goes like this. Hearing the bell, my afflictions grow lighter, my wisdom increases, and Bodhi comes forth. I leave the hells behind, I escape the pit of fire. I vow to become a Buddha and take living beings across. 就是听到那个钟声的人怎么观想呢？就说闻钟声烦恼轻，智慧长，菩提生，离地狱，出火坑，愿成佛，度众生。然后有一个 mantra, 有一个咒文，南切拉地耶娑。So that's what we did today, and oh boy, we had 150 people. We had elders, we had babies, we had a 2-month-old baby, come, and lots of young people came with their family. So I would say because of COVID, we haven't done this for years now. And this is the first time in many years, 2 or 3 years, that people have come together on Lunar New Year's. Everybody, not everybody, many people wore their masks, and it was great to see the families come. So that was today in the monastery. 今天那个朝那个大众明那个大众的人，他们听到就自己观想今天有150人以上就来朝众看到老年人来了，老公公啊、婆婆啊、爷爷啊，他们就带着他们的子女带他们的孙子孙女我们有2个月的小 baby 小婴儿来了，还有一些老头，我包括在内，在那儿很好很好。今天因为隔2年了，2年半了都没有人来了，因为这个疫情的关系，所以今天大家会合，有的戴口罩，有的没戴，他们再来上香礼佛就朝众就好了就回去了大家很开心very happy today. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, I'm going to see. Okay, Monica, no worries. Today was a good Dharma request, no problem. If you would like to hear a translation today in Vietnamese, there is a link in our chat box where you can find a Vietnamese translation, and I very much appreciate our Vietnamese translators for keeping this custom going. There's about 30 friends who like to listen in Vietnamese, and let's see who else is here today. 就说你们想听我所讲的英文，你们愿意听越南话那就有办法，我们的 chat box 里边都有一个 link， 你们可以听越南文。OK， 感恩这个帮我们翻译越南话的朋友。OK， 我们看看还有谁在。Okay, we have a community, about 100 people. Let's see here. Who have we got? We've got Sunnyvale, California. We've got 金庸师在吗？台湾？好像在。金庸师在哈。OK， 还有Ukiah, 万佛城 Alan. OK. Tony Buck, good, welcome. If you put down, you go to your Zoom participant, click on the more. You see your name, there's a little more. If you put your mouse over your name there, there's a more. You can say rename. And in the rename, you can tell us where you are, which is fun, because that way we bring the whole world together. Okay. Barb and Ernie, I don't know where you are. Are you Redwood Valley or somewhere in there? You can tell us. Okay, Newbury Park, Washington, Sunnyvale. Oh, okay. Alameda, California, Saratoga, California. Hi there. San Jose, Montreal, Quebec, Beijing, Chaoyang, Heilongjiang. Where else? Let's see here. Round Rock, Texas. All right. Emily, I don't know which Emily you are. Are you the Emily in Arizona? If so, you're welcome. Okay, Beijing. And if you're not the Emily from Arizona, you're still welcome. And there's a Fran. I wonder if that's the Fran from Redwood Valley. Emily's in LA. Okay. All right. Let's see here. In Shenzhen. Chaoyang. Okay. Oh, good. We have monks from CTTP here. We have Santa Rosa, California, Alameda, Sacramento. Boy, California is well represented here. Oregon. Okay, welcome, Jan. 六龟，哎呦，法界盛世，欢迎，非常欢迎。Okay, Seattle, Minnesota. Jia Hui is here. Good. Okay, Seattle. Welcome, Professor Bu. Shenzhen. Okay. Let's see here. 淮南市 in Anhui. 好的 Leonie, good. Leo is here. Lingfeng is here. Sorry about your uncle, Lingfeng. Okay, we'll transfer on his behalf. Lynn is here. Liz from New York City, Chinatown. Maggie and Billy are here. Excellent. Maya's here in the Bay Area. Okay, Singapore. Wonderful. Okay, San Francisco, Calgary, Alberta. Vancouver, British Columbia. Toronto, Ontario. A lot of Canadians here. Michael and Sarah are here. That's good news. Glad you're here. Okay, let's see here. More friends from Calgary. All right. Vancouver, Ukiah. All right. San Ramon. Seattle, Washington. Let's see. Our Vietnamese friends, tell me where you are. Okay. Virginia, the East Coast. Ijuan is here and Alan both. Good. Fremont, California. Santa Barbara. Taipei. Okay, now we switch over to China. Taipei, China and Taiwan. Taipei, Xingtai. Oh, 我来过。中国杭州。Okay. 朝阳，很多从朝阳来的佛友今天。Let's see， 还有什么地方？珠海。北京。还有 where else? Let's see here. 绍兴。Okay， 南海。苏州市在安徽。福建泉州。吉林。OK， 好的。长春、包头、河北、包头、北京、深圳，哎呀，哈尔滨，Seattle， OK， Kuala Lumpur, 吉隆坡，广东。More people are signing on than I can keep up with. We're going to run all night long. If you keep signing up, I'll keep reading them. We may never get to the sutra. 山东，山东来的。上海，加拿大 ，Good。北加州，那个州。All right. 好的，欢迎各位。It's nice to have our community, and I'm always thrilled to discover friends worldwide who have joined to listen. I noticed nobody was here from the UK this time, and we don't have any Irish and none of those Scots here. Have to work on that. Okay. 好的。Let's take a look at our sutra tonight. Let's see here. Okay. And okay. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to unshare for just a moment. Give me a second here. Going to answer a question that I have myself. Here we go. Yes. Okay, good. Let's see. Gonna do some. Be right with you. Help everybody's patient here. Okay. All right, still looking. Be right with you, everybody. All right. And okay. Now, what am I looking for? Why am I taking our time? You're hearing empty space here, right? So what I'm doing is I am looking for our guest speaker tonight. And I confess I don't know who is our guest speaker. It is, I believe, a professor. Maybe somebody can help me in the chat box. Because when the time comes, I want to be able to introduce our guest speaker. You know,
there's no guest speaker today.
Oh, there's no guest speaker. Oh, all right.
Next week. Next week.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I prepared an hour and we get to that point and there's silence. That's not good. Okay, good. So I know what to do when the time comes. Thank you, Heng Sure. 好的. Take a look. Not that. That's not what I want. What I want is this. Here we go. So our Ten Transferences chapter 十迴向品，各位记得上个礼拜我们都说let's see here. Let me speak in Chinese first, and I'll translate. 菩萨，是应该说是什么国王啊，或者皇帝啊，或者什么大人啊，他有一些宫女，还有一些那个佛经里边就说内宫眷属啊，就是祭侍众女 ，OK 他们来他要请客的时候，他们出来帮忙讲话或者唱唱歌，让大家这个气氛都觉得很和气很和谐他就因为这是华严经这个菩萨，所以呢，这是就清净的一种娱乐这个华严经讲得清楚，就说在其中无爱要心无怨故恋心，无贪着心，无系缚心，无执取心，无贪染心，无分别心无随诸心，无取向心，无乐欲心为什么这么说详细？就说菩萨他介绍这些应该说是化身，他的眷属来帮他度众生的众生，带着女人的身体了可是里边都是清净的菩萨，所以呢，就免得大家就说：“哎呦，菩萨他怎么不是女人了？这不是 marketing， 这不是这个 trafficking， 这不是就是没有德行、没有道德的行为，不是。”这还是华严经菩萨时时刻刻不离开戒律，他不会令众生都污染心欲念了，他不会帮助人就增长烦恼，走错路，不会。所以这一点大家要清楚。Where have I been? What am I talking about? Last week we heard this fascinating reality about how the Bodhisattva is giving away. What is he doing? He's giving away the female retinue of the inner chamber, court ladies and maidservants who are going to entertain, who are going to establish an atmosphere in their community of harmony, of happiness, of lightness and ease. What's going on here? The sutra specifies that it sounds kind of like geisha in Japan, right? Well, it sounds, the sutra goes on to specify that while the bodhisattva is inviting his own attendants, his own company, to provide entertainment and an atmosphere, his mind is free of all these different things. No infatuation, no hard to say goodbye, reluctance in parting, no indulgence, no passion, no clinging, no greed, no discrimination, no obsession, no attachment to appearances, no desires. Why does the sutra devote 10 clarifications of what is not there? It's because people might get the impression, in the Avatamsaka Sutra, the Bodhisattva is trafficking in women. What's going on here? Not. That would be a mistake. That's not what's going on. These are transformations, it says, born from the Bodhisattva's karma. They are respectful, gentle, and free from faults. Okay. These are transformed bodhisattvas who are helping our bodhisattva to speak Dharma. They're taking living beings across. It would be a mistake to assume that somehow the bodhisattva is increasing desire or causing affliction, right? Not. Okay? So, let's get that straight to begin with. 我们就把那一点就讲清楚这些女众呢，敬顺无失，他们在道德方面一点都没有行污染行为好的 Okay, so that's where we left it off. Take a look here. 菩萨而是关注善根，无欲令一切众生贤得处理故回向，得佛法喜故回向，于不坚固中而得坚固故回向。Contemplating their good roots, the Bodhisattva makes dedications with the wish that all living beings attain transcendence. They make dedications with the wish that living beings attain bliss in the Buddha Dharma. They make dedications with the wish that living beings attain, look at this, the enduring within the ephemeral. Whoa! May you please gain the enduring within the ephemeral. Somebody goes, well, thank you very much. What's that? Okay, take a look here. Let's look at the Chinese. What's happening here? The Bodhisattva is starting to transfer. Okay, now, take a break. You will recall, what are we doing? We're looking at the Avatamsaka Sutra. Now, the Avatamsaka Sutra, as according to our expert in the Avatamsaka Sutra, whose name is Qingliang Guoshi, Master Chengguan, he's also known as Huayan Pusa, isn't he? Avatamsaka Bodhisattva. He says, the cultivation of the Avatamsaka Sutra centers around Samantabhadra's practices and vows. Those are familiar to us. If you take part in morning chanting every single day we go, Yi zhe ling jing fo ju, Yi zhe li jing zhu fo, er zhe cheng san ru lai. First is to worship and respect all Buddhas. Second is to praise the thus come ones. Samantabhadra's 10 practices and vows. We do it every day. Samantabhadra is kind of the quiet bodhisattva. We don't know much about him except he rides an elephant and he seems to know a lot about practice. Well, yeah, we do. Those 10 practices are the core, the heartbeat of his identity. That's his teaching among the 4 great, what are called celestial bodhisattvas. Of those 10 practices that he teaches and propagates, number 10, the last one, which you could call the crown of those practices, is transferring merit and virtue. So once you hear that and you start to think about it, oh my goodness, that transferring merit and virtue pops up everywhere in our practice all day long. Every time we have an activity, we follow it with sharing the good results of that activity. You could say that is the hallmark of the Bodhisattva path. 我好久没有翻译就说大家知道这个大梵广佛华严经是有两位大菩萨，菩萨摩诃萨应该说是最重要的2位，一位是文殊师利菩萨，一位是普贤菩萨 Samantabhadra。 他呢，普贤菩萨有唐朝的一位高僧叫清凉果师他就是成观法师，他另外取个名字叫华严菩萨，不是他取的，是人家给他的名字。华严菩萨应该说在修行这个华严大法他是专家。我们讲到普贤菩萨，很多人不知道普贤菩萨是哪一位他是就骑那个大象那一位菩萨对，他呢是大横普贤王菩萨，对于那个6度万行，所有华严经里边的汉传佛教大乘佛法的以修行为主，就是普贤菩萨，他是研究最深的。他呢，他的应该说最重要的6度万行84000法门里边有10个，第10个是什么？ 就是普皆回向功德。我们每天做早课都会念诵这个普贤十大愿望。OK， 那第十呢？第十这个普皆回向，我们知道有这个法门。每天，无论我们做任何修行，其他的修行是应该说吃斋吃清净的斋饭。吃完了饭怎么做呢？萨多南，三藐三菩提，所谓不施者，必获其利益。若为了故事，后必得安乐。回向我们打坐，心里也有机会回向。我们诵经就有一次诵一次经咒功德就回向。无论什么样的法门都在回向，是真的这样子。好的 ，OK， 那我们知道它这么重要。现在呢，有整个一品十回向品是很详细的告诉我们怎么样回向。OK。How are you doing with my switching back and forth from Chinese to English, Chinese to English? Everybody kind of, do you put your mind into neutral? You kind of take the gear shift out of drive into neutral while I'm speaking the other language? Hope so. Hope you're able to stick with it and not quit. So what I'm doing is trying to give a background to transference and identifying it with Samantabhadra and explain that we do it every day, all day long. If you cultivate the Avatamsaka Dharma, and if you're following the Mahayana tradition, which I hope we are. Now, the deal is this. I think this is, I'm going to bring up let's see here. Is this, nope, that was from yesterday. Okay, we'll save that. Where's my notes? Spirit of Maitreya. It's not what I want. I want my notes. 10 Transferences, Dharmas. Let's see. The old fool, analyzing verses, old fool, Marita, da-dum. Let's bring up 10 Transference Dharmas. There it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to slide down a bit. Let's give me a clean slate. Okay. So, Bodhisattvas make vows to take across, put that in quotes, living beings. Okay? Can I share this screen? There we go. Okay, full scale, full size. Make it bigger so everybody can see it. That and that and that. Is that bigger? Hope so. Okay. There it is. That's what I wanted. Okay. Bodhisattvas make vows to take living beings, to take across living beings. Are you still with me? 菩萨是怎么称菩萨呢？他们发愿度众生。为什么? Why is this the case? Because of the Bodhi resolve. Here we go. Bodhi resolve is the Da. Da. Pu. Ti. Xin. Bodhi resolve. What is the Bodhi resolve? Bodhi resolve says, I know that I can realize my highest potential for wisdom and compassion. Okay, that's the first half of the Bodhi resolve. What do they say in Chinese? They say, Shang, Cheng. One more time. Shang, Cheng, Fo, Dao. Shang, Cheng, Fo, Dao. 菩提心呢，大菩提心有两个部分，有两半部啊。第一半部是什么？上乘佛道。上乘佛道怎么说呢？不是说上边有佛道，我可以 拿了我可以证的，没有了。不是说在上边有什么道，不是，应该说在里边有道。不过呢，是这样子，上乘佛道是说，我知道我里边，我这个人就在这个身体，就用这个心，我可以跟佛一样有大智慧，有大慈悲，那是前半部。Okay, second half, ready? The second half of the Bodhi resolve, the Bodhisattva says, keep going back and forth between Chinese and English, huh? Okay. In order to realize that potential, I must, quote, take across living beings. The Chinese says, 下化众生. Okay, there it is. So, this is the second half. Now, 下化众生就是下半部，上半部呢，上乘佛道，就说我究竟的目标是要成佛，要跟佛有一样的智慧跟慈悲。可是呢，怎么做的呢？就要马上当下开始度众生，度众生就是自己自性上的众生就可以了。Okay, so here's the idea, and this is important to understand. The Bodhisattva makes this Bodhi resolve, which is the key to cultivating the Mahayana path. He or she says, I know that I can realize my highest awareness. I can realize great wisdom and have great compassion. And the way, since I want to do that, that's what I'm going to do. The way I do that is I get to work with the living beings of my own nature right now. That's what I'm going to do. 下化众生, starting right with my bad habits. Those are the living beings that I'm going to take across. Okay, so that's the idea. That's the Putishin. Okay, now let's go a little deeper. How am I going to take them across? Question mark. 我怎么度众生呢? How am I going to take living beings across? Well, you have to have what are called wholesome affinities, good ties with living beings. You need wholesome relationships with living beings. You need, let's see, 需要与众生, let me type here, 众生结善缘. How do you like my typing, my Chinese typing? Good? Okay. 你需要跟众生结善缘. You have to establish wholesome relationships with living beings. Otherwise, why would they let you, quote, take them across? 你没有跟众生结善缘, 他们众生怎么愿意让你度他们呢? 不好度啊，你没有跟他们结善缘，那你就度不了众生，那就成不了佛道。OK， 如果不化众生，那就没有佛道可成的呢。Okay, so if you don't establish wholesome relationships with living beings, there will be no Buddhist path to realize. Okay, that's interesting. Did you ever think of it in those terms? Okay, so how do you keep doing that? How do you establish those wholesome relationships. Number one, by giving to living beings. You do it by giving to living beings. 那这个善缘怎么成的呢？你就布施，开始跟他们结善缘。Okay, how do you give to them? First, by transferring merit to them invisibly with your mind. Okay, take a look. This is, I think, maybe people haven't thought about this. 你怎么跟众生，我们怎么跟众生结善缘呢？我们都先以布施来跟他们结善缘。怎么样布施呢？你就回向功德。那你回向功德呢？是不是布施食物啊？不是。是不是不是金钱？不是。那个功德是无形无相的，你就用心来布施。可能各位没有想到这一点。哦，对了，难道我跟众生回向的时候，那个是真的吗？真的有这个善缘吗？有，看我们诚不诚心来回向，看不看我们常常在那儿回向。Okay, so here's the deal. Have you considered the reality that as we transfer merit to living beings, that it's real somehow? That living beings are actually getting something from my transference? You bet. You bet they are. It's invisible. It's real. We're not giving food. We're not giving courage. We're not giving money. We are giving, you could say, giving Dharma, right? Here you go. Hold on. Stay with me here. I'm looking, spiders. Look at the spiders. 主公养中法供养罪 amid all the many kinds of giving, the giving of Dharma is the highest kind. Okay, take a look here. There's a saying in Buddhism that says, of all the kinds of Dharma, all the kinds of giving that you can do, the giving of Dharma is the highest gift. It's the highest gift. It's the most valuable. There. Of all the kinds of giving that we might do, if you can give Dharma, you've given the highest kind of giving, highest gift. What does it mean to give Dharma? Transferring merit. It doesn't have a price tag. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have, you can't buy it at Amazon.com or at Taobao, right? You give it with your mind. It's invisible and it's the highest kind of giving. 我们用心来布施，什么？你的功德实在那个是最高的一种布施。无形中呢，就是不能在淘宝买的，也不能在 Amazon 去买的，不能用信托卡来买。不过呢，这种布施，这种礼物啊，是最高的。主供养中，法供养最。法供养就是说你回向的功德。那跟众生有缘。那有众生可度。那就有菩提心可成。So you say, okay, I'm going to transfer merit. And I transferred all living beings, and you think, well, some invisible living beings, right? Well, think of your mind like a cell phone tower. How does a cell phone tower do its job? It has to send out those signals in all directions, 360, right? And if you got one of these cell phone doohickeys, they receive it. Your phone receives it, no matter where you are. Okay, so your mind functions like a cell phone tower, sending out that good signal of a gift of merit and virtue that you've cultivated. You really give it away with a wish, and living beings receive it. And guess what? They've got an affinity with you because you have given them a gift. Oh, that's a good relationship. When they see you, when they hear you, they go, oh, my goodness, I like that person. Maybe I'll listen to what they say. Maybe I will think about the things they tell me. Maybe I'll trust them. That's a wholesome affinity. When you've got that wholesome affinity, you've got a positive relationship with them. With a positive relationship, you have an opportunity to take them across, and you can accomplish the Bodhi resolve. That makes sense. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's see. 我打了汉字很准。没有啊，很磕磕巴巴的。OK， 需要，好。Let me take a look here. 需要 Let's see if I can find that 需. There it is. Thank you for correcting me. I would not want to make a mistake. I would get scolded by Shifu if I did. Okay, take a break. Break. That's not yet. I've explained this idea. What did I just say? I just said that transferring merit is actually the way that you accomplish the second half of the Bodhi resolve. 回向功德是成菩提心的第二半步，下化众生。真的是这样子啊，是做法布施。When let me say it another way. Here we go. When we transfer merit to anybody, we are doing the giving of Dharma. Okay? 我们回向功德的时候，我们做法布施。Okay? Yeah, I think that's really important because it's the highest kind of giving. Then those beings that we dedicate merit to have a connection with us, and they feel good about us, invisible, but real. 那个你的手机啊，有人那就说这样子你送短信给朋友 WeChat 或者什么 WhatsApp 或者 iMessage， 你送朋友一个短信，他怎么收到？他的手机怎么收到呢？就有那个塔那个手机的塔电塔是不是？电塔是这么说呢？然后呢不会做错了，正确收到因为那个电塔那个手机的塔呢，它发布那个正确的短信在360度东西南北四维上下，它就发布了，你收到了正确。 OK， 我们回向功德的时候就等于那个电塔手机的塔一样的，就往外发，然后众生受到，按照我们所愿意布施的这个方式那就正确了。所以你看，这个是真正的布施，这不是一种礼仪，这是实在的做你应该享受的功德，再来做布施。OK， 好的 OK， that's one idea. Let's take a look at the verses that we read. I don't know how much sutra we're going to get done here. I need to make some progress in our sutra. Let's see here. So, let's take a look here. 菩萨20关注善根，为欲令一切众生显得出离故，回向。这位菩萨呢，他知道他这样布施就有善根，有好处，回来他可以享受，他不享受，他愿意令我们跟他有缘的众生就可以处理什么？处理苦海，处理这些问题，处理一些困难，处理这个疫情的这种苦这是他的愿力。所以呢，他就回向，他知道他能这样子回向，众生我们都可以得出离，我们可以解决问题，我们可以想法子就离苦得乐，所以他就回向。你看 ，So the Bodhisattva contemplates all of the good roots, the wholesome qualities that he or she got by giving away his attendance, and he wants us to, as it says, he wants living beings to find a way to escape our suffering. That we get out. Attain transcendence, yeah, that's fancy language. He wants us to get out of the suffering. You could also say he wants us to be able to solve our problems. He wants us to find a way to answer the issues that arise. Wow, there's a lot of stuff that rises up for us. And man, oh man, who's going to help us? Look at COVID. We have our relatives getting sick, sometimes dying. How do we feel about that? It hurts. It's painful. There are tears. There's hurt feelings. So how do we attain transcendence? How do we solve our problems? The Bodhisattva transfers merit with that wish. What else? He transfers with the wish that living beings, de fo fa shi gu. He transfers with the wish that living beings attain bliss in the Buddha Dharma. I don't know. I think these translators were certainly into flowery language. What does it mean? We want living beings want us to get happy. You know my favorite story with that? Story goes, okay, we were translating the Avatamsaka Sutra the way we do every week. And I think it was Jinjing Shi, Jinzhi Shi, Heng Sure, the nuns who were taking care of the school at the time, brought over their girls' school students to attend our translation assembly. Wow. And, you know, we're a bunch of monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen. Everybody's kind of over 40 years old. Not all, some are younger. We're working hard. And here in the back of the room are all these 15-year-old, 13, 14-year-old girls laughing and having a good time, listening to what we're doing and kind of watching us and thinking, well, okay, And so that was good. And they, thank you very much for letting us sit in. And they went away. But then guess what? The next week, some of them came back. It was their week off, and they took their time to come and join us again. And so I had to say, I said, hey, I really appreciate you guys coming back. Can I ask you why did you come back? We're kind of pleased that you would and surprised that you did. And one of them said, oh, well, we just like to watch adults have fun with the Buddha Dharma. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, I'm glad. That's exactly what we're doing. We're having fun with the Buddha Dharma. We're interested in it. We want to understand it. We want to go deeper into our relationship with the Dharma and with our teacher and with the Buddhas and with Samantabhadra and with the Sutra. So yeah, we're having fun. We laugh a lot as we look into the Sutra. So that was my favorite story about how does it go? Attain bliss in the Buddha Dharma. I'm going to attain bliss. Yeah, you attain bliss. When was the last time you attained bliss? Get happy is what we say. You want to be happy within the Buddha Dharma. Have fun. Okay, 就说这个故事呢，得佛法喜，法喜充满。那个我们万佛城每个礼拜一就那个 翻译华严经的委员会开会，有一些大约应该说是那个时候就大约10几位就比丘、比丘尼、优婆塞、优婆夷4种弟子们，都是应该20岁以上的人，有的就更老了啊。那天是女校，就说金智师、金净师、恒音师他们带来他们的这个高中4年的一些女学生来参加观察我们在那儿翻译怎么翻译，然后他们在那儿做了就参加了听听啊，有的时候举手啊问问题什么的，然后呢就谢谢你们，谢谢就回去了。 OK， 我们以为就是这么一回事，可是呢第2个礼拜了，有的这些女生呢自己回来了，那个礼拜是放度假了，不应该回来，可是呢他们一样回来参加了。我们很高兴看他们，你们觉得这是有兴趣吗？有兴趣。那我就说，你们可以告诉我们为什么到底你们回来第2个礼拜没有老师们告诉你们回来。那个一个女生就说因为我们很欢喜看你们这些成人这佛法的欢喜，就说法喜充满，我们很欢喜看你们这个成人的法喜充满。原来如此，那欢迎啊，就好的。They like to see the adults have fun with the Dharma, so 那就好了。与不坚固中而得坚固故回向第3个原因呢，为什么他回向呢？因为在这个身体4大假合他愿意用假修真以假修真得到坚固的法身慧命就说那个不离开的，到身体败坏，那个无蕴呢就换了，就说走了。那个时候，那个你所修来的道德就不走了，是永远是你的了。Okay, so the third reason, these are 3 reasons why the Bodhisattva transfers her merit. The third one is, amid what is unstable, he gets something really stable. They attain the enduring within the ephemeral. I swear, somebody was working with their ephemeris. Somebody was working with their thesaurus. Attain the enduring within the ephemeral. Whoa. What does it mean? No, it means in things that fall apart, you get something solid. Oh, man, I can see we're going to have issues with this translation. Okay, so what's the things that fall apart? Is the body. Our body falls apart. It gets old, and ultimately it breaks up. And they want to cultivate something stable in the midst of that. What would that be? Well, how about your what's called Fa Shen Hui Ming, your Dharma body and your wisdom life they talk about. That is the virtue that we cultivate with our bodies. That doesn't go away. 自性德永远是你的了，你修来的功德，那个自性德，那个是永远是你的了。The call it the virtue of our nature is ours eternally. It doesn't go away because we cultivate that. We uncover our nature with the practices. Among them, transference. Every time we make a transference, we give away a little bit of the self and what belongs to the self, me and mine. 每一次我们回向功德呢，同时我们都布施出去，我和我所有。你们看这个回向多么好。Let me bring back our little page that we were working on. Here it is. Every time we transfer merit, we are at the same time giving away a little bit of me and mine. i.e. the self and what pertains to the self. That's the formal language. So 每一次这个我不要打中文太长了，就是说每一次我们会上供的呢，同时我们也把这个我们所不要的我所有往外布施。你做了你回向多呢，你就可以把这个我见我相布施出去了，就没有了，恢复真正的自信功德。And if we can do that a lot, if we can transfer until it's all gone, well, we have reached the light of our self-nature. So you can see how this is a wonderful, wonderful practice of the Mahayana Bodhisattva. Okay. Now, I mentioned, along with our sutra, we're also doing other things in our sutra lecture. What are we doing? We are going to sing the names of the 7 Tathagatas, and we're going to tell a story of Master Xuanzang. 我们不但研究《华严经十迴向品第6迴向，同时呢，我们都会念这个七如来的名号，我们都会念吉祥经，同时我们研究这个玄奘大师的这个外传。Okay, now every week Jensen from Indonesia, from Jakarta, has asked the same question, and I've said to him, please be patient, I'll get to it next week, and then I forget, and I don't do it. So tonight, we've got to answer Jensen's question. The question is, since I've got our notes page going, we'll keep this page. This page should be interesting when we're done. There it is. Okay, here's the question. What is the difference between blessings and merit and virtue? This I can type. 福报与功德有什么there we go. 有什么区别？有什么区别？区别的区是哪一个区？有什么区别？有什么分别？ I don't know the 区。有什么分别呢？ Okay, there it is. 福报与功德有什么分别呢？有什么区别？有什么不同呢？有什么不同呢？ Okay, what's the difference between blessings and merit and virtue? Okay, 2 things. Blessings and merit and virtue. So, I have to tell you, somebody's going to tell me, oh, it is that 区. Okay, 区别, but how? Thank you, Yuan. So, when I got to Gold Mountain Monastery and first met Master Hsuan Hua, I thought that the whole point of being a Buddhist was to get enlightened. Oh, I wanted to get enlightened so bad. I thought that was the big deal, and I just wanted it bad, no idea. I was using my consumer's mind, my shopper's mind, comparative shopping, to cultivate with, and that was a big mistake. That when I started listening to what Master Hua was talking about, he was talking about fu, blessings, and gong de, merit and virtue, dao de, virtue in the Tao, and things like things like getting rid of bad habits and faults. 他就讲取掉我们的 恶习气毛病要修干净，要修的没有。That was what 师父 talked about。就我到了金山寺，我都认为，哎呀，修行的目标要成佛，修行的目标要开悟，开悟，正果开悟。哎呀，我真的是不懂什么叫开悟，我就要它了。我就一心要，有欲念，能得到开悟啊，那就杀人也不怕，这样子真的是不懂，颠倒。那么就到了一会儿，就开始听玄公上人给我们讲的经，讲的道理。我就改变我的目标，我就知道修行的目标是要有福，要有慧，双满，福慧双满，大觉成。就说佛是两祖尊，要福报，还有智慧。那不同。他说要有福报，要有功德，要立功、立德、立言，就对了。就说另外呢，师父就说你们要去掉你们的习气毛病，那就是修行的目标。And another, actually, to tell you the truth, this would be a really interesting lecture. We should have somebody talk on this topic. The other thing that Shifu taught us all the time was not who can get enlightened fastest. It was 学佛做人，人道尽，佛道成. He said, we want to learn from the Buddha how to be a complete person. When we become the best person possible, Buddhahood is there. That's what Buddhahood is. I totally didn't understand that. So, what we got from Shifu was completely different from my understanding. It's not that you get anything when you get enlightened, it's what you can give away. You give away your habits, your faults, your attachments, your ignorance, your afflictions, yourself, your desires, your emotions. You give away those things, and what's left is this beautiful, transcendent, brilliant Buddha nature, complete with merit and virtue. Okay. 就说我到了金山寺，我都认为，哎呀，赶快要得什么？得开悟，要得这个佛，得佛果。就这么样认为。想不到，我到了金山寺，听到上人讲法的时候，我就学到，就说你修行的真正的所得心得是什么呢？就是你少了东西。等一等，excuse me， 少了什么呢？少了烦恼，少了无明，少了妄想，少了执着，少了这个我见我相。得到什么呢？所剩下的，你不是你能修掉、修没有这些东西呢？所剩下的就是这个清净自信、功德光明，大智慧、大慈悲。So I completely changed my thinking about what the purpose of cultivation was once I started listening. And what made sense at that time was prajna dharma. There's nothing to know, nothing to gain, but there's a lot to get rid of. 就明白心经所说无知亦无得，可是呢，能布施很多，能洗掉很多。Okay, so Jensen, you asked the question, what is the difference between blessings and merit and virtue? Blessings are like money in the bank. We gain blessings by making other people happy, by living a good life, by being a better person. Blessings are mostly external. They're outside. They come from cultivating the goodness of generosity. So a lot of what the Bodhisattva cultivates in the Ten Transferences, in each of the little stories that the sutra is made up of, the Bodhisattva gives away those blessings that he gets or she gets by giving a lot. Okay? Now, what's the difference between merit and virtue? Well, the blessings you accumulate in your lifetime, starting fresh, they don't carry over much, although there are blessings of the heavens, for example. Let's just make it concrete. If you cultivate the 10 good deeds, 3 with the body, no killing, stealing, lust, 4 with the mouth, lying, double-tongued speech, gossip, profanity, frivolous speech, 3 with the mind, greed, anger, and delusion. If you get rid of those, you don't make those 10 deeds, you have blessings. You've done good with your body, your mouth, and your mind. You can use those blessings like you use money in the bank, but then it's gone. So Shifu would say, 修福享福就说受苦是了苦，享福是消福。He said, if you can put up with discomfort, then you put an end to discomfort. But if you spend your blessings, you lose your blessings. You spend them and they're gone, like money in the bank. Now, merit and virtue, 功德, 道德, is different. There's different kinds of merit, and there's some kinds of merit and virtue that look like blessings because it's the same kind of goodness. The biggest difference, as I understand the virtue part, is virtue is innate in our nature, but it's covered over. Cultivation that we do in the Dharma takes away, removes the things that cover our nature, just like I was describing. Getting rid of attachments and desires, etc. And what is revealed is the virtue of our nature. That doesn't go away. That's with you from lifetime after lifetime. So the Buddha is known as 万德贝. He is replete with all 10,000 kinds of virtue. That's just to say that the Buddha has wiped away all of the things that cover over his nature. And that light shines with all of the virtues intact. It's not that he gets anything, he uncovers the virtues. That's different than the blessings that come and go depending on how we cultivate. Okay? So that's the quick answer. 就说道德功德不一样。那个福呢，福报啊，就像银行存的钱。你如果存钱在银行，你就有钱。怎么样有福报呢？就说令他人欢喜了。就举一个具体的例子，你就说那个十恶十善法，大家知道呢？那个身三恶，杀盗淫，口色恶就是妄语啊，妄语啊，两舌恶口，这个绮语，还有心三恶，贪嗔痴啊，那个。你如果不犯那个十恶，你就有福报了。你修多了，奉行十善，勤修五戒呢，你就可以升天。天上的人跟我们人间的人有什么不同呢？就是有福报啊。然后呢，升了梵天，那就要有定力，那不同。OK， 那么这个福呢？就等于银行里边存的钱，你用它了就没有了。受苦是了苦，享福是消福，就等于钱一样的。你把那个银行里边的存抽出来了，那就没有了。那么道德功德不一样，怎么样不一样呢？就说如果我们就把以上所说的这个无明啊、执着啊、妄想啊修没有了。那自信上就少了覆盖自信的这种无明，你修少了，自信上内在具有的功德光明就漏了，就发漏。所谓万德贝就是佛，不是说那个功德呢是你得到的，本来都有，就说 人人都具，个个不无的这种自信德，那不一样了，不能少了。你来生，你今生所修的来生一样了啊。所以呢，那个道德功德跟福报在这方面不一样。Okay, got it? That's my answer, and I'm sticking with it. Here we go. 7 Tathagatas. Oh boy. There's that, and I'm going to also bring up this. These are the highest blessings. It's not there, it's here. These are the highest blessings. Here we go. There we go. We did this before. Okay, what are blessings? Jensen, here we go. 这吉祥经里边，佛就告诉我们什么叫这个什么叫福报，什么吉祥。Thus I have heard that the Blessed One was staying at Shrivasti, residing at the Jada's Grove in Anathapindika's Park. Then in the dark of the night, a radiant Deva illuminated all the Jada's Grove. She bowed down low before the Blessed One. Then standing to one side, she said, 如是我闻，一是佛住舍卫国，七度七托园，几目孤度精舍，失意深夜，有一个天神，殊胜光明，遍照园中，来至佛所，恭敬礼拜，站立一旁，以祭白佛言。Devas are concerned for happiness and ever long for peace, and the same is true for humankind. What then are the highest blessings? So, 那个时候有一个天女就下来了。就问于佛说，众天人，众天神，还有人间的人，渴望得利益，我们都要有好处，思虑求幸福，我们都希望有福气的生活。请是最吉祥，请世尊告诉我们什么叫最吉祥。Okay? All right, do we understand it? This is the Deva came down, female, interesting, it says. And she asked, Devas, the gods, want to know what is blessings, what are blessings, and how to live happy. Please tell us. Okay, so here's the answer. What are 福, 幸福? 什么叫幸福? Okay, and the Buddha says, now, every time, I need to type in here, 2 times. We're going to sing, these are the highest blessings, 2 times. At the end of every one of these, you'll see how it goes. And I would hope that those of you at home would sing along. Okay? With every one of these paragraphs. Okay, so what did the Buddha say? 佛陀怎么说呢？ 什么叫最高的福气呢？什么叫最吉祥呢？到最后我们就说是为最吉祥。These are the highest blessings. 我们念它两遍。希望各位在家，你们在哪里，都跟着我们念两遍。OK， 好 ，Let's try it. These are the highest blessings. 就是这样子。These are the highest blessings. Okay, can you do that? 你可以跟着唱的哈，来。Avoiding those of foolish ways, associating with the wise, honoring those worthy of honor. 来 here we go. These are blessings. These are the highest blessings. Okay, this is the first one. The Buddha says, if we can avoid people who are foolish, you know that they're going to get you in trouble, don't hang with them. Let them get in trouble themselves. Stay away. And if you know somebody is wise and they're always going to lead you in the right direction and make the right choices, you stay with them. And you see somebody worthy of honor, you honor them. That way it reinforces your own worthiness. And anybody watching you, like your kids, for example, they understand. They learn from you by your example what is worthy of honor, and they themselves become honorable people. These are the highest blessings. 就说你看到这个愚痴的人，你知道这个人呢，往往是走错路啊，就会找麻烦了啊，你就不要跟他在一起啊，要远离他，随他自己去，就找麻烦了啊。可是呢，你看到有智慧的人，他的选择总是正确，领你到一个正大光明的路呢，你就常常跟那个人在一起啊。你这样做呢，尊敬有德的人呢。啊，你自己慢慢的就近朱者赤，近墨者黑，师父会这么说的。你接近红色的人，你慢慢的你自己红色；你接近黑色的人，你慢慢的就自己就黑色了。啊，是这个意思。所以呢，啊，你的子女啊，都看着爸爸妈妈呢，啊，你的学生都看着老师，他们就他总是喜欢跟这个有道德、有功德的人了，我也跟着他去做。Okay, these are the highest blessings. 就说这就是最吉祥的。来 ，one more time. These are the highest blessings. These are the highest blessings. Okay, every week.We're going to investigate more of the 吉祥经。我们每个礼拜都会继续研究这个吉祥经。Okay, and then we'll have an answer for what are the highest blessings. Meanwhile, we want to recite the name of the 7 Tathagatas. Oh boy, today, among the friends who came to the monastery, I saw...a little video of a 3-year-old who is able to recite all 7 of these Tathagatas' names. Boy, did that make me happy. Her grandmother said, I don't know all 7, but she does. She can recite them along with Fa Shi. So, how about you? 今天有一位居士，他来，他就说他放给我看那个 video， 那个 video 都有3岁的女孩，这个3岁的女孩，这个7如来名号她都会念，都已经记得了。那她的祖母就说：“我不会啊，可是我的孙女她都会念啊。那你呢？你会不会念呢？” 不为如来，南无甘露王如来，南无阿弥陀如来。One more time. 南无多宝如来，南无大圣如来，南无妙善圣如来，南无广大圣如来，南无力不为如来，南无甘露王如来，南无阿弥陀如来。One more time. 南无多宝如来，南无大圣如来，南无妙善圣如来，南无南无甘露王如来，南无阿弥陀如来。Oh. Okay, there we go. The name of the 7 Tathagatas. Oh, so many good things come from reciting. If you have a kitty, if you have a doggy at home, and you can recite the name of the 7 Tathagatas, that would be so good. That would be so good. They benefit from it. So, can you transfer blessings? Yeah. Good things, I suppose. Happiness, you can make people happy. Certainly can. Okay. 不加的必是指必是有什么区别呢？ Okay. Let's see here. 一环就有个问题呢，就说必须和必须有什么区别呢？So can you type it in there? Type it in. 这个有一个问题，对于这个汉字许必须这个是怎么写法呢？有什么不同？ Okay. Now our time is up. We've reached the end of our 90 minutes. And as we get going and people understand these principles of transference, I'll have to explain the principles behind it less and have you apply them more to your life and to the sutra. We'll be able to cover more sutra. 等一等，我把这些回向的道理跟大家分享多一点，那么我们不必多讲那些，我们可以那个经文的可以有进步。今天晚上我们没有来不及把玄奘大师的这个生平的故事讲，等下个礼拜我都准备什么呢？你们看看，这个是玄奘大师的这个他的生平的故事，他的外传就准备了，可是呢，今天就来不及了，下个礼拜再讲。这就是他呢，这是这个故事。We prepared Master Xuanzang's biography, but we're out of time, so we'll do that next week. Here's our transference. We're going to do the Medicine Buddha mantra because I saw a statistic that said in China, they think 90% of the population are going to experience COVID, Omicron, and its variants. So that's a lot of people, and it is very destructive. We know there are people listening tonight who have family members who passed away, so transfer merit to them. Hope that they can be reborn in Amitabha's Pure Land. 我就今天读到这个消息，就说中国可能那个人口90%会染这个 COVID 这个疫情如果没有打疫苗，那个都有生命的危险，所以呢，我们就为他们来回向功德。我知道在线今天有一些佛友，他们的亲戚已经往生了，那我们都要为他们来回向功德。Okay, so let's transfer the merit here, and 你们如果不会没听过了，那你就赶快把它学会了。这是梵文的药师观顶真言。 transfer merit. 你们念吉祥经，你们念这个齐如来名号就有功德啊，会像那个。And we will bow to the Buddhas together. Here we go. Okay, 3 bows. Bow in respect to the Venerable Master Ding Li Lao He Shang. Okay, that will do it for us tonight. 到此为止，大家阿弥陀佛。Bye bye now.
I have a quick announcement.
好的。
这个简短的报告。So far, I'm afraid you won't be able to talk about the Heng Sure story because next week we'll have a guest speaker. We forgot about it. 下礼拜我想释法师大概没有机会谈到玄奘大师的故事，因为我们下礼拜有一位请来讲演。This is Dr. Gui. He holds a PhD degree in physics from University of Wisconsin. Actually, he has a very long story, very interesting story. Make it short. 那我们下礼拜会请到国庆仁博士来和大家分享。他是美国威斯康星大学的物理博士。他从小在马来西亚的槟城一个很穷的渔村长大。He grew up in a very poor fishing village in Penang, Malaysia. He was a delinquent student when he was young. Somehow he changed and totally changed and was able to get a full scholarship to come to US to study and eventually get a PhD degree. 他从小的时候是这个坏学生呢， 那到了中学时代，他能够完全的改变，很用功的读书，然后拿到了美国这边大学的全额奖学金，来到美国来读书，那最后拿到博士学位。And he worked actually in the DC area for a period of time. And several years ago, the whole family moved to Ukiah, and he has been a volunteer teacher at the boys' school for several years. 他在华盛顿特区那边工作了好几年，好多年前他就全家就搬到尤凯亚这边来，然后他在南校当义务老师，当了好几年。And last year, he went to a boarding school in Pennsylvania and taught there for a year. And so he's going to share with us his experience for last year teaching in this private school. 他去年到了宾州那边一所私立学校去教了1年书，然后他下礼拜就是要和我们来分享他在这个学校任教1年的经验。So that's a brief talk about explanation of what's going on next week. 这就是下礼拜除了施法师的讲课以外，郭博士会和大家分享一下他在宾州那边教学的经历。阿弥陀佛。